Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to the World Cyber Games Counter-Strike 1.6 Group F. This time, once again, we got MIBR, but this time against the all-powerhouse Sweden Team Fnatic. And
Wow.
This is going to be D-Dust2. Once again, I am Van Silly. Join with me this time, a new face, but an old friend. It is Smeagol. How's it going, buddy?
Dude, I just can't wait to see Team Sweden in action. They're probably the team that I came to this tournament and I really wanted to see the most out of all these teams, Alex. Fnatic has been on fire lately. They're definitely a top team in Counter-Strike 1.6. Keep an eye on Karn. I mean, it's really hard to pick out an individual player from this team, but let's see what they have to offer us on this pistol round. Here they go. Moving up catwalk with the bomb. Team Sweden losing a player to Fnatic. USP headshot there. Let me go ahead and get into an overview mode. And let's see. Looks like the counter-terrorist trying to lock it down from the top of the A site. There's three of them there, and Fnatic is taking it slow right now. And it looks like we see Inns making his way over into the B tunnels, checking out that B bomb site. MIBR was anticipating the A site rush, but now the Fnatic's over there. It looks like we have the rotator Phoenix back in middle. BTT from the top of A going to pick off Forrest, who was peeking out. Excuse me as I mix my words there. Fnatic, Karn with 6 HP, drops back off the cat, catches a CT in middle, who's low with HP. Takes him down with the Glock, but gets finished off by Gauss. And that's going to be the round. Fnatic will lose the pistol round terrorist side of DE-Dust2. The score is 1-0 in favor of Brazil.
Yeah, we usually see Fnatic on pistol rounds really rush together as a group to just overpower with the Glock shots. But this time it was barricaded by MIBR, just holding down that catwalk, already dropping 2 guys. And the bomb was actually falling behind as well, finally picked up by Sweden. But they were just trying to split off after and try to get some pickoffs, but it didn't pay off against MIBR. Coming off a loss against Eastrobe, they're going to try to retaliate against Sweden this time, but this, once again, one of the favorite teams to win the WCG 2007, along with PGS. It's going to be a hard battle here for MIBR. Moving on to this round, though, looking at the overhead view, as don't pull up that console. We got 3 guys here at the middle here for Sweden.
There we go.
As he's going to have a split, as he's going to push through the double doors, Archie, Forrest, Karn, and Inns will decide to fall back and move up with DSN for the B tunnels. So we're going to try to have a mid-split and B tunnels, but Tun and Phoenix already holding things down with M4s, and we're probably moving inside the site right now. DSN on that platform finally gets picked off by Goals, and Tun then chimes in with the M4, and it's going to be 2-0 in favor of MIBR, playing on the CT side first, so this is actually looking good for Brazil.
Yeah, you know, that's important there, on Alex, on that second round for Fnatic, who lost the pistol round. Now, of course, Counter-Strike is a game that's all about economics. It's one of the things that sets this first-person shooter game apart from other games, is that you have to control the economy. You're getting money at the beginning of the first round, which is $800. Then if you lose the first round, you can't afford to buy automatic weapons until the 4th round. So Fnatic wasn't even able to afford automatic guns that round. They try to make the most of it. It's important tactically for these teams to make the most of those rounds, which are essentially dead rounds in your game. What Fnatic did last round, it was nice by Archie to use some individual skill to get a nice deagle headshot, and they used some nice precision and tactics to enter into that B site well. They came in as a team. It was nicely done, and that's kind of execution we can expect from Sweden this entire game. So right now we got the first gun round coming up. That's the second one third round in a row to MIBR, and it's going to be all about this first gun round here, Alex.
That's right, but sometimes you could also see a gun buy on the 3rd round if the terrorist team were able to plant the bombs, but so far in this matchup on Dust 2, we haven't seen a single bomb plant coming in by Sweden. So this time, we got the default gun round here. It's going to be round number 4 in the first half. Let's see at the overhead view. We got a basic split here for Sweden. DSN just smoked inside the B side just to try to hold MIBR's attention here at B while the rest of the guys are working towards long A. Bomb right now in the hand of Inns, as MIBR actually had 3 guys pushed up on catwalk. So this is going to be looking good for Fnatic if they're going to try to cross over that long A. So let's look over. We got Karn at the long A, at the point, leading the charge, trying to look back towards that goose area at the A-bomb side. But Goals is there with the AWP. He opts down DSN at the middle area, so they know that they're going to come towards the A side. Here comes the cross by Fnatic. Here comes rotation by MIBR. And once again, they hold things down. Goals with a hat trick. AWP. And finally, Fnatic gets picked off 1 by 1. And once again, no bomb plants coming in for Sweden. And it's going to be 4 rounds unanswered for Team Brazil.
Yeah, wow. Nice play by Brazil there. In that last round, Alex, I was taking a look at the top A site. 3 members of MIBR were there. They knew where Sweden was going to be. Maybe they predicted there was a little bit of anticipation there. 3 flashbangs came down right as Fnatic was rushing up long A. Nice timing there by MIBR. Those flashbangs basically completely blinded all of Team Fnatic and allowed MIBR to solidify the win for that round. Now, Team MIBR has been looking good so far. Fnatic really needs to get a comeback going. They want to do anything. This round, of course, they are forced to save money so they can buy guns next round once again. It looks like we're going to see a fast B tactic here, headed into the B bomb site. Lance takes out one with a headshot, two from the doorway. DSN with the headshot with the Glock onto Lance. And wow, that's why this Fnatic team, you can never count them out. There's Karn with another kill. Now Karn picking up the offense. His weapon of choice misses the first off shot as the guy comes into the site. Phoenix able to finish him off. And wow, Fnatic had a chance there in that eco round, Alex, and they weren't able to take advantage of it.
Yeah, so save round there for Team Fnatic trying to move inside. They actually had one guy trying to move out through the double doors, but Lance saw that coming. He picked him off and then just looked back towards that entrance to the B tunnels, and it was just an easy round there for MRBR once again. But this is going to be another crucial round here for Team Fnatic. They should be on the bye. Looking at the overhead view, we're going to have a split once again. One guy moving towards the B side. The rest of the guys here working out towards middle and long A. So we got a slight smoke here from Fnatic, and once again, Goals pushing out towards that catwalk. Offing it down towards that back of the middle on to Archie. So we're going to have a 5-on-4 situation in favor of MIBR. So let's see what's going to happen. We're going to work this very slow. We're looking at Phoenix right now on the feed with the M4 on that catwalk. Let's switch over to C. We got the bomb in favor of Ince at the overhead view. So we're just still working this slow for Sweden, trying to see if Goals is going to try to peek back out on that catwalk again. But Goals has fallen back on the top at the long A. So we got 58 seconds to go in this round. Forrest will decide to take the point and try to work towards catwalk. He's got the AK-47 just crouched there, trying to see if he's going to boost Ince on top. No, he doesn't need. He peeks around, doesn't see anybody. Here comes the flash from him to lead the charge. We got a counter smoke coming in by MIBR. Forrest moves in with the first headshot, a second headshot at the A side. Going for the third one. Cleans house at the A side. All AK headshots. Karn watching the flank. Ton falls down. Bomb will be planted courtesy of Ince. Lance is going to be last man standing. Let's switch over to him as Forrest is chasing him down. He's able to capitalize on that kill, but Karn is dropping down, getting ready for that kill. Lance saves that gun. Bomb has been planted. Once again, courtesy of Ince, like I just said, as they're watching the bomb, Lance is running back here towards the terrorist spawn and will attempt to save his M4. Should be successful because Ince and DSN are still on the other side of the map. And the bomb will go off. And finally, Sweden is going to get the first point on the scoreboard to make it 5-1, still in favor of Team Brazil.
Three things to say about that round, Alex. Karn, and Karn. Came into the A side off the catwalk. Boom. Landed two perfect headshots. Perfect aim by Karn in that instance. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
It was Forrest, yeah.
It was Forrest. But anyway, so Forrest came into the site, took down two. The third one came out from the Gooseman corner over there. He was able to lock down the site. He basically single-handedly took that bomb site for his team and single-handedly in that last round won the round for his team. Now let's see whether Team Sweden can put something together and be a team like they're supposed to be and not rely on that individual skill. So far, it's been MIB all over it. And, you know, that's what really makes this World Cyber Games interesting, Alex, is we get to see people play each other that might not necessarily get the chance and have different sort of play styles. And sometimes they can sort of interact in funny ways, and that's what we're seeing right here. Sweden liking to take it very slow, pacing things out, and Fnatic, MIBR is locking things down on the counter-terrorist side very effectively. Right now, it looks like Fnatic's getting ready to work on the catwalk. I'm sorry, Alex.
No, sorry. I was just going to say at the beginning of the round, I just saw that MIBR went for a stack there from the CT spawn. I guess they're trying to see if Sweden was going to go for an aggressive push. Saw no action, so they're just setting up on a basic defense.
All right, so Sweden now bringing the men to the catwalk. Three of the guys are up there right now, and the pressure is going to be on for MIBR, whether they can hold off this A site. Let's take a look right now as Phoenix seems to be the first guy around the corner. Here come the flashbangs. Nice anticipation by MIBR, but Fnatic, Forrest coming up huge with that entry kill once again. And let me see if I can get back to the catwalk view as it looks like it's smoked off and everything. Fnatic, Archie there coming up from behind as Forrest goes down with a headshot from BTT. Archie spots the guy in the corner, one on the ramp. He tries to take off the one fleeting into counter-terrorist spawn, knocks out the other one. That's Todd from MIBR. And Sweden will make their way up into that A bomb site. It looks like we have an AWP with the last player left alive here for MIBR, and he's going to go ahead and save out that gun. Too valuable a weapon. And so Fnatic will string those two round wins together here in this round, Van Silly, as they get the bomb planted up in that A site. They're just waiting for it to go off now, and we may see MIBR try and pick off a couple. But Fnatic getting that bomb plant and getting those 2 rounds in a row, basically after losing 5 rounds in a row, Fnatic is getting more money each round because they're losing consecutive rounds in a row. This is kind of a caveat to the Counter-Strike money system. As you lose rounds, you get more money each at the beginning of every round. Now, if you win the round, that sets everything back, so you go back. And if you lose a lot of players in that round that you won, then it's hard to buy weapons sometimes, and you may find your team is strapped for cash. What happened in that last round is that Fnatic was able to secure 2 round wins and keep their guns from both rounds. So now they got plenty of money in the bank, and basically the money system is reset now. So even after losing those 5 rounds in a row, Fnatic is back on level ground with MIBR in terms of the economy.
All right, well, let's see what's going to happen in this round. Fnatic moving out towards the T spawn. We got a B spawn for Fnatic, a B push spawn. As they're already running in, we got nades and flashes happening all over the site. We got goals trying to op here from the outside double doors on the green boxes, and we're holding it down for a stack inside the B side as MIBR was on a half save. We still had goals that was able to hold that AWP from the last round. The rest of MIBR had pistols, and Karn is going to be the last man standing, the only guy that wasn't following Fnatic on the charge, waiting for the flank, and he gets taken down by Lance's canted AK-47, and MIBR is going to Eagle Cobra Sweden.
Yep. Well, right now, Sweden, they were able to get those 2 rounds, and they seem to be able to have some impact players step up in those rounds, Vansili, and get some crucial shots on MIBR. The problem is that MIBR's counter-terrorist side is very strong so far, and Sweden hasn't been able to do anything clever or anything creative. I mean, their game has been very basic and straightforward, and so MIBR has not had a hard time anticipating them, and probably has done a lot of review of the way Fnatic plays, because there's a lot of stuff that Fnatic does is getting posted online. So MIBR has been able to read and react very well as predict what Sweden is going to do. And right now they're up 6-2. Sweden right now able to buy guns this round. Let's take a look at what they're doing here. Looks like they're set up with a 2-2-1 split, 2 in the middle area, 2 outside B, and 1 at the double doors to long A. Phoenix for MIBR pushed up at long A. BTT and Ton playing back at long A as well on that ramp up to the A site. Lance and Goss are locking down that B site for MIBR. And once again, Sweden taking it slower. Good couple seconds into the round now, good 25, 30 seconds in. And Sweden hasn't made any kind of move yet. They're just waiting to see what MIBR is going to do, waiting to see if they're going to push. And this might work against some newer teams, but against MIBR, not so much. But there's DSN making it work here for Team Sweden as he picks off Goss in the back of the bomb site B for MIBR. Archie going to get another frag there onto BTT. That was at long A, or in middle area. And it looks like Sweden going to rotate now around to the B site as Lance goes down. Sweden will have free reign over that site. Moving in, they're going to get the bomb planted. Phoenix going to go down to Forrest elsewhere on the map on the A site. So Forrest kind of Ramboing off on his own a little bit. But Sweden was able to take that round. It was a little bit sloppy there, Vansili.
Yeah, we saw a bit on the overhead view that DSN and Karn was trying to play that bait strat inside the B tunnels to just try to battle against Gull's AWP, and it turned out good. DSN actually got Karn got the kill, but DSN got legged on that shot against Gulls. But nonetheless, by doing so, MIBR was forced to rotate from long A. Archie was waiting at the double doors, was able to pick off 2, so that gave the ease round for Fnatic. You were talking about Fnatic. It actually does too, if I'm not mistaken. It should be one of the weaker maps here for Fnatic. So this is why we don't usually see Fnatic perform so well on such a map. But let's see what's going to happen in this round, though. It is 6-3 in favor of Team Brazil so far over Sweden. Archie's already pushing here towards the catwalk. Drops 1 and 2 as MIBR on the save so far. No, we got guns here. Ghost is still watching the B side. Archie's moving in once again onto Ton and Forrest onto Lance. Last one is going to be Goals. He should be saving his gun here because he's up on a 5-on-1 situation. Bomb is going to get planted here inside the A site. Nade coming in from the window. Ghost is going to try to hold it in the back of the B bomb site. Let's switch around to see if Fnatic is going to try to close in into the B site. Can you switch around, Smeagol? We're going to look here on the feed. Indeed, they were. They went through the double doors and they picked him off. And that is going to be it. Another round for Fnatic. It's going to be 6-4.
Yeah, so I got to say that was poor execution that round by MIBR. They set up well and in a good position to stop the catwalk rush, which looks like that's what was coming from Team Sweden. They boosted BTT up on that double box on the catwalk. He was set up there, but then as Fnatic pushed around the corner a little bit earlier in the round than most of the rounds they've been doing, BTT was like looking elsewhere. He was looking back at his teammate or something. I mean, I had the camera on him, and his teammate was right there. They had a perfect crossfire set up, and in the end, they didn't get any frags out of it. Then that last guy who was trying to watch long A got stuck because he didn't know catwalk got taken over, and he got destroyed by Sweden as well. So they made it into that A site, and it was an easy round for Sweden. There's the first frag for Sweden once again. Going to the A site, watching the rotation from B is DSN. I want to get a quick shot of that. Because he waited for them to rotate out of B and then took a couple shots trying to get a headshot or something on one of them. There's a nice grenade on the back ramp here at long A, and the bomb will go down inside the bomb site. There you see Inns getting that bomb planted, checking below him. Now he's going to scope out CT spawn. Lance and Ton are the last two standing here for MIBR. And as Tun gets fragged there by Archie, Lance is going to be last one left alive. Outside the double doors to middle, near counter-terrorist spawn. Peeks around the corner, spots a terrorist. That's Karn. Karn's got an AK-47, and Lance didn't fare too well with only that USP. So Sweden will take another round, and the score is now 5-6. Sweden, I don't know. Anyway, 5-6, and Sweden is mounting a nice comeback here, Vansili.
That's right. So we're going to probably see a closer game this time in the first half, but this is a T-sided map, so MIPR is still sitting comfortably in the overall matchup here against Fnatic. Let's see what's going to happen this round so far, though. We've just moved out the spawn for Sweden. It looks like they probably had a small miscommunication on what to do on the strategy. Ince with the bomb was trying to peek through there towards that double doors, and we're just going to play it slow once again. They like to play very cautiously, speaking about Team Fnatic, try to see if their opponents is going to play a more aggressive game and then decide towards which side to move towards. So you usually only have one guy move out inside the B tunnels, and the rest of the guys just hanging out towards that middle area along A and catwalk. But then once you see that there's no action happening for a couple of seconds, we're going to decide to split here towards the A side. As we're looking so far, we got Phoenix falling back here from the A side as they had a double stack at the end of long A, and he's going to decide to jump back here at the green boxes inside the A side and wait for Tun to meet up with him and hold the defense inside the A side. Looking at the rest of the action, though, we got Archie, DSN, Ince, and Karn still alive here for Team Fnatic. We got a 4-on-5 situation in favor of MIBR. No, actually, we got a 4-on-4 situation. Sorry about that. So we got Sweden jumping inside the pit. So we're going to have an A push so far. But MIBR is actually stacked up all over that catwalk. Archie is going to walk into a hell of bullets. And here comes that cross right now by Team Sweden. Here comes the nade off that green box onto the catwalk. They're trying to screen across here. MIBR, who's trying to rotate across from the CT spawn. We're finally going to get a plan for a long A, though, courtesy of Ince. So Karn's going to fall back inside that pit and watch that bomb for a long A. Goals is going to peek out, though. He's going to be able to take down Ince, but Karn was able to look for some cover there inside that pit. So it might come in their favor. Goals is going to jump on that ledge of that long A site. Jumps inside, trying to go for the defuse, and then he gets picked off, headshotted through the box, and he gets taken down. We got a 2-on-1 situation. Karn then goes on to Tun. Lance it onto Karn. Should be Karn's round. Lance will say, I'm going to fall back and save my gun. So good job there by Karn, clutching this round for Team Fnatic, and they're going to tie things up 6-6 overall on Dust 2.
That was nice, but Lance keeping his head in that situation, Vansili, and saying, well, I'll take $3,100 from my team next round, and that's what he did, so contributing to his team's economy, but now we're all tied up. That was nice by Fnatic, and a little bit almost too much anticipation in that round from MIBR. They were anticipating a catwalk rush, and at that time, there were 3 guys pushing up long A for Fnatic, so either MIBR was just guessing wrong or Fnatic was doing something right there. I didn't see any rotation or anything, but I guess Sweden keeping them with the head fake on the catwalk and then hitting up long A. That was nicely done. BTT going to get fragged at long A, pushing up. This is something MIBR has done for a couple rounds in a row now. And here you see Archie rotating middle. I think they're going to try and hit A site now, but it's going to be interesting to see how Archie takes Cat here. As he presses up, you see DSN moving up long right now. Archie still trying to watch the flank, watching to see if anybody comes from behind middle. DSN trying to pick all the way down into middle. Forrest going to get that frag before Gauss takes out DSN. And it looks like Sweden will take over the upper bomb site. Right now getting the bomb planted. Phoenix now outside the double doors at B. And he's last man left alive for MIBR and doesn't even have a gun. So he might try for an exit frag here, pick up a gun, and get his team some money next round. But Sweden now going to take the lead. 7-6 should be the score. And I apologize if I confuse the names of these two teams. It's Fnatic versus MIBR. Of course, Fnatic representing Sweden and MIBR representing Brazil here at this tournament. So if I use those names interchangeably, now you'll understand why. Vansili?
So that last round there for Sweden, the bomb's going to go off, by the way, for this round. It's going to be the lead here for the terrorist team. It is going to be Fnatic on the lead for the first time of this matchup. Now, what I was going to say here is we got the save round for MIBR, that last round that we just saw. They had one guy push up towards the long A to see if we're going to get some action towards that area. Indeed, he caught a lot of bullets when the AKs coming in by Team Fnatic. The rest of the guys were actually getting ready to push towards the B site in case they had the B spawn, speaking about Team Sweden. But then after seeing that they were pushing towards the A site, they tried to go for a mid-stack and try to pick up towards that catwalk. But Sweden saw that coming, and they got the easy roll inside this site. So far this round, interesting strategy here by Team Fnatic. Smoke through the double doors, and we're rushing through, ladies and gentlemen. Instant Forest already at the point, already at the green boxes on the other side. DSN and Karn decides to fall back towards that tunnel area. Should I say Karn and Archie. DSN's just going to hold the flank here at middle area. Lance, though, jumps up towards that middle, is able to take down Ince. Let's see what's going to happen. Lance jumps out, looks on the right. Forrest never saw him coming. He gets taken down. Goals then finally gets killed by Karn. But we got a big man advantage here. A 2-man advantage in favor of MIBR as we got a 4-on-2 situation. Fnatic will decide to fall back here. Rejoin Karn and DSN together towards that middle and then decide where to work. Well done at the middle. Offs on the catwalk. We do have DSN falling in the hands by that AWP. Karn with the bomb on his back. Last man standing in the dark spot. And he gets up by Ton again. And that's going to be a tied-up game, 7-7. Moving on to the last round of the first half.
Wow, this game has gotten hot, Vincent. I mean, MIBR came out looking good, but Fnatic seemed like they needed a minute to just sort of get themselves going. And ever since then, MIBR's had a hard time hanging with them, really, except for that last round. Let's see what Sweden can do here. This is an important round going into next round. They want to set themselves up for an easy CT side. I think Fnatic is going to have an easy CT side. Once you see Karn pick up that op, I think you're going to – I mean, I can't imagine that MIBR's teamwork will be on the level that Fnatic's is on, but we'll have to see. So Sweden right now, all the pressure's on here as we close out the beginning of the end of the first half and move on to the second half. You see Archie leading up there on catwalk. I think we could see Fnatic go for a catwalk rush here, as they were doing in the beginning of this half. You see Karn in place in the bottom B tunnel. Sometimes they'll use a flashbang or a grenade up at the back of the catwalk and send the team in behind it. So let's take a look right now, as it looks like we have Archie and one other here for Fnatic. Moving up the cat, they're about to flash over the corner of the wall here that will blind anybody inside that A site. He's going to blind everybody and then wait for his teammate to peek out at the same time. And there they go around the corner, moving into the A site. This is a crucial moment right now. Ton going to lock it down, taking down one with the op. Dropping straight down into CT spawn is Archie. He gets the headshot on the Goss. And let's take a look at the rest of the team as Forrest is going to get that bomb planted in the A site. Phoenix is holding out at long, waiting for his teammate so he can rotate over. But his two teammates are already up in the site. They're trying to lock down the bomb, get it defused here. You see BTT as well as two other members of MIBR. Now let's see what Fnatic can do. Retake. Karn with the headshot from the AK-47. He peeks out at Cat. Going for the defuse is one member. Trying to cover it is the other. Karn peeks out at Cat. Takes one down. Archie from long. Nice there by Team Sweden. There you see some teamwork, Vansili, right at the end. Post-plan situation, Sweden had it on lockdown, and the end of the first half score will leave us at 8-7 in favor of Sweden.
I thought that MIBR actually had that round pushing the two guys inside the tunnel. They knew that that Sweden, should I say, was going to work towards that A site. They already had Lance on that rotation, and then the last three guys remaining there for Team MIBR actually were set up on that cover for that catwalk, but they forgot Archie inside the CT spawn, and they just closed in Archie and Karn and set up that crossfire and flanked around MIBR themselves. So we're going to resume the second half right now. The pistol round underway. Let's quickly look at the roster rundown because we actually didn't give it before. For MIBR, we got Phoenix, BTT, Goals, Lance, and Ton. And for Team Fnatic, we have Karn, DSN, Archie, Ince, and Forrest. This is on DE Dust 2 for the World Cyber Games 2007 Grand Finals. Live in Seattle, Washington. Pistol round is underway. We are live. Bomb is dropped intentionally here inside the T-spawn. Looking at the overhead view, we're going to have a split here. Two guys from MIBR towards long A, two guys outside the B tunnels, and we just got Ton looking here through the double doors of mid. Bomb is still going to stay there as they're going to play the pickoff game. As Sweden, though, actually has an aggressive push, very aggressive with four guys here at long A, a couple of nades being lobbed as well. Pushing towards the outside, Ton finally covers his teammate and takes down DSN. So let's see what's going to happen now. We got a 4-on-5 situation in favor of MIBR. And we're going to decide to move down here towards the B tunnels. Bomb still, this time in the hands of BTT. All five members trying to creep up towards that dark hall. As Forrest is the only man standing inside the B site, looking at it from the window area. Lance now at the point. Here comes the smoke. Here comes the charge, and Lance is at the point. No retaliation as of yet. Just a couple of gunshots, but no kills. Still in one-man advantage here for MIBR. BTT's moving in, and he's going to get a bomb line down. We got three guys from Sweden just on the other side of the doors, and we're going to wait for the flashes to come in, probably from Fnatic, and then the push inside. We've got a nice setup crossfire here inside B side here for MIBR. Here comes the push inside. We now have a 4-on-3 situation still in favor of MIBR. Moving inside here towards the hallway and also towards the double doors. Everybody gets picked off, and MIBR will win this pistol round.
You know, I think the key to that round, Vansili, was that Fnatic was not set up to get any entry frags. And I talk about this all the time. Some of the European teams seem to think that they can set up, let the team take the site, and then use their retake ability to retake back the site from a team that's already locked it down. Well, here's the problem with that. The B site's not very big, and there's only 3 entrances that you can come in. When you have 5 people covering 3 entrances, if you have some sort of communication, you can pretty much figure out how to lock down where people are coming from. MIBR was able to take that B site very easily. All we saw from Sweden was one guy up in the window room, and they were able to take that site and lock it down and keep it locked down. Sweden really didn't have any chance on re-entry there, even with the advantage of having a USP as opposed to the Glock. So we'll see what happens right now, but Sweden losing that pistol round, that's big for them, and we're all tied up once again at 8 rounds apiece right now. So it's all about this round. It looks like MIBR set up for another B strat. So let's go ahead and jump over to that other bomb site here. MIBR picking up a couple of weapons. You see Galil, AK-47 there. Of course, they have money to buy guns this round, but Team Fnatic does not. So they're going to move into this B site, try and get that bomb planted again, spotting them over by counter-terrorist spawn. Of course, those guys from the counter-terrorist side don't have the range that Phoenix has right here with his AK-47. So he's trying to do a little bit of damage where he can to those counter-terrorists. Let's take a look at how Team Fnatic attempts to retake the site. As I mentioned, there's 3 entrances, main entrances to this bomb site. There's that one window that you see on the left-hand side of your screen, the doorway in the middle of your screen, and the hall's entrance on the far right-hand side. But right now, MIBR doesn't even need to have to do that. Doesn't look like Sweden is going to try and take any frags, but they're going to go ahead and sit outside and wait for some exit kills. But that's risky, of course. If you don't lose anybody, then you cannot get any money. But here you see Archie and Lance exchanging some fire all the way over in T spawn area. Easy round win there for MIBR, and that's going to send us into the second eco round here, Vansili.
Yeah, that's right. MIBR just played it very slow. Team Sweden, speaking about Fnatic, actually had a 5-man stack there. A nice setup on that catwalk stack. One guy actually at the bottom of the box that's just getting ready to nade on that catwalk to help the USPs take over the terrorist quad. But MIBR decided to go inside the B site, saw that it was clear, so it was an easy plan, and all they had to do was go on the hunt and get the easy kills against Fnatic's USPs. But this round so far, we're going to have another save round, of course, for Team Fnatic. Another stack on the catwalk once again, as you can see on the screen right now. A couple of nades coming in from lower B, though, by MIBR. And we're going to decide to walk towards the B-bomb site this time once again. But this time, Forrest is on the other side of the site, hiding in the doorway. One guy first pass, headshots goal, finally gets killed by BTT. But this is going to give more time for Fnatic to rotate around because Forrest saw them coming, and BTT is going to try to come inside the Sun and Planet. Goes to watching the flank. Should I say Lance is watching the flank. He's able to take down DSN as well as Ince, as well as Karn, leaving Archie the last man standing. Nice shot onto Phoenix, and then finally gets killed by Ton. So we got 3 rounds here on the second half for MIBR. On D does 2.
All right, moving into the first gun round, Vansili. This is going to be big. The score overall is 11-7 in favor of MIBR. They need 16 rounds to clinch the victory, and Sweden is not going to go down easy, especially to a team like this early on in the competition. Team Sweden is looking for gold here and nothing less at the World Cyber Games 2007 Grand Finals in Seattle, Washington, and they're going to be upset if it doesn't happen for them. So they got to play right now. This is an important round. This is the first gun round of the second half. Looks like MIBR setting up to head into that B bomb site as Ince drops one. That was BTT.
With the wall spam.
Yeah, that was with the wall spam all the way over in the B tunnel. So Gauss with the bomb now. Going to go ahead and meet up with his teammates in the middle area. And let's see what's happening right now. He's going to throw a flashbang out, but it looks like his teammates are bunched up at the back of Catwalk. There's the bomb. He's going to drop that and see if there's anybody in the middle watching the double doors. There could be somebody there, but it looks like they may still decide to head over towards B. This delay time that they're taking here is meant to confuse Team Sweden and think that they might be taking Cat, or basically even that they could be going all the way back over to Long. But right now, it looks like MIBR is set up to head back to that B site. They're going to split it, sending a few out double doors, smoking off counter-terrorist spawn. Here they go, entering into the B site. Ince able to lock it down, takes down Phoenix. And here goes the rest of the MIBR team choking up there at the entrance to the site. But Lance will get 2 big frags as he blocks out his teammate Goss. And they will get the bomb planted here at the B site. M4 down, up on the top of the platform here in the B site. And it looks like MIBR's got this B site locked down to entry from Team Fnatic. Let's see where they try and come from. Window, doorway, or halls. And those are the 3 options right now. There's 3 members left for Team Fnatic. There you see the flashbang coming over the top. All 3 peeking at once. Nice timing there by Team Sweden. Let's see what they can do. DSN gets 1 frag on the Goss. Archie gets another. Ton finishes off the last one. And MIBR will hold them off to continue on this streak they've had so far in the second half, Vansili.
Yeah, overall score right now, ladies and gentlemen, we do have Sweden still holding at 8. while MIBR are at 11, so they are in the lead overall in this matchup. That last round, though, I thought it was going to be going for a Fnatic because that wall slam I thought it was actually going to hurt MIBR on that strategy that they wanted to use. But they went for a gamble, pushing 3 guys towards that double doors, and Sweden actually didn't move anybody around in the rotation. They just tried to hold it up with the key players. All good players that are able to hold a site. But with 3 guys pushing inside for MIBR towards that middle door, who was it? I think it was Ince that really couldn't do anything there at the green boxes. But so far, it's going to be a save round for Fnatic. So once again, an easy plan for MIBR. Sweden's going to try to set up here for some exit kills. Going for a double door, maybe pick off. No, I thought they were going to go for a tower, but they're just going to decide to fall back here towards T-spawn and also towards CT spawn. Try to get MIBR here on the exit as the bomb will go on very soon.
Ooh,
finally, Karn on the catwalk onto Phoenix. Going to try to run down and pick up the gun, but Lance was waiting right there and picks him off. Archie, last man standing inside the CT spawn. Nobody from MIBR is going to go out that way. So Archie's going to run through towards the lower B and spots Lance once again. And it's going to be 5 rounds in a row for MIBR in the second half.
12-8 overall score now in favor of Brazil. They are looking good so far this half. They're looking to put the stranglehold, or they are putting the stranglehold on Team Sweden right now. 10-1 is Lance for MIBR, Vansili. He has played very well this half. He has locked down sites continuously, gotten important entry frags, and overall looked like an amazing Counter-Strike player. Here you see something interesting. Sweden sending 3 guys to stack up at long A. A little bit of a gamble, but in their situation, this kind of thing is not a bad idea. There's only 3 ways, or a few ways these guys can go to the bomb sites, and to gamble on one and put 3 guys there. If you get 5 guys there and your 3 guys can finish them off, then you've won your round and you've done your job. So let's take a look at what kind of strategy Team MIBR is going to do. Looks like we're going to see Fnatic pushing up behind them in B tunnels, and we got a quick glimpse of it there, but BTT going down to 16 HP as Fnatic pressing up into the B tunnels. And see, this is what I like to see. This is what we didn't see MIBR doing last round, was pushing at all. They basically sat back, played their own game, and waited for Fnatic to dictate the pace and the timing. But in this instance, Fnatic is getting aggressive. We're not going to wait around for you MIBR guys to move all over the map on the terrorist side. We're going to push out and try and get some frags. So they were able to damage BTT down to 3 HP now, and that's definitely a factor that's going to come into play if there's a big firefight later on in this round. MIBR set up for the catwalk rush right now. And let's take a look at how Team Sweden is set up to deal with this. They got 2 guys here set up at long A watching the catwalk rush. Here come the smokes and the flashbangs up into the site. DSN going to land that first shot. Nicely done. Let me go to a POV here of DSN with the AWP, pops up on the platform, sees another one, drops the second one with that AWP. Can he get the last? Tries the quick scope, but can't get it as Lance comes up with the frag there. Archie's going to wait for him to try and plant, then get the easy frag. Nice timing. That shows experience right there. And the counter-terrorists will win that round as Sweden going to stay in this one, Alex.
That's right. We only had 5 seconds remaining in that last round. It takes 3 seconds to plant the bomb. So if MIBR wanted to get at least $800 off that plant, they had to do it right now. And that's why Archie, like you said, with the experience, was able to pick and catch him off guard, should I say. And I got to say that the last round was actually really good for Fnatic. Pushing up those 2 guys inside the tunnels really stressed out MIBR in the strategy. And by doing so, they knew that MIBR were going to try to go towards that catwalk area. So that's why we heavily set up there towards that catwalk. And DSN was just doing a good job with that AWP holding it down. So, so far, it should be a save round. No, it actually was a gun round for MIBR, who pushed up towards that long A. And the last 2 guys already remaining here for MIBR, it is going to be Lance and Phoenix. Following Phoenix in the point of view right now, counter flash is coming in by Fnatic as they're just at the point here of long A. One guy peeking out, wasn't able to get the kill there onto Phoenix. Phoenix still at 100 HP. His teammates at 100 HP. Should I say Lance just got picked off by Ince. Finally, he gets Phoenix gets off by DSN, and a second round is going to come in for Team Fnatic.
You know, like I said earlier, Vansili, in the broadcast, Sweden is looking for gold here. They are not looking for anything less, and that is probably almost 100% certainly the standard they are setting for themselves. And right now, in this half especially, at the beginning of the first half, yes, but in this half especially as well, they're not playing up to that standard. In the last couple rounds, yes. Fnatic has looked like the Fnatic that I'm used to seeing, that the public is used to seeing, and we need to see more of that if they want to try and win this game. It looks like MIBR is going to be on the save now. Of course, Fnatic taking those 2 rounds, stringing them together. That's so crucial that they were able to do that once again. It's really helping their economy, and that's going to help their overall game. If you get stuck in a bad money situation, you can have to save rounds, and then it just adds rounds to the rounds that you've already lost. Right now, it looks like MIBR is set up, spread across the map between Catwalk and the B tunnels. Looks like we have a push out on the Catwalk here. And let's take a look as we see pushing up into the B tunnels once again is Fnatic. A couple frags there. Here comes the HE grenade as Ton gonna push right back against Fnatic. Spots one of the doors, gets the headshot on Karn.
Nice.
Phoenix takes out Forest. Do they even have the bomb? But the grenade comes flying in from DSN and takes out the both of them. So Fnatic will claim the round. So 2 big frags, not going to be enough in that round for MIBR. Fnatic's got it on lockdown. The score is 5-3 in this half.
Yeah, so overall score right now, Sweden is sitting at 11, while MIBR are at 13 right now. So let's see what's going to happen in this round. Last round was actually really interesting for MIBR. On the pistol save, they actually were still all spread out towards that map. They almost had that plant inside the B site, but they were really all low on health, the last 2 guys for Team Brazil. So DSN with that nice nade there, right in the middle of the site, had the biggest blast radius there against MIBR and just took him out. So let's see what's going to happen. We got guns right once again for Team Brazil on the T sign. Looking at the overhead view so far, we got MIBR just setting up here towards that middle, Ton inside the tunnels with the bomb, and he gets headshotted by Forrest inside of the B tunnels. So Forrest knows that the bomb is down, but looking at still at the overhead, nobody from Team Sweden is rotating. So they're just going to go for the pickoff game. Once again, let MIBR do the first moves here in this round. So 52 seconds remaining to go. BTT finally comes back and picks up that bomb. Moving back down towards the lower B and meet up with the last 3 guys of MIBR here up on the top of mid. Lance is actually falling back at the long A, where he might go head-to-head against Ince very soon. But looking at the point of view so far, we're going to move up towards that Catwalk. Goals right now at the point with his teammate. Getting ready to flash here towards that long A, but there was a counter flash at the long A ramp. We're going to try to close down, and here we go. 1 kill coming in from Goals, and a second one onto RG and DSN. BTT is going to try to get the palm plant down. Karn is right at the boxes of the CT spawn, but decides to fall back there. And the last 2 guys of Team Sweden will actually try to go for this one, actually. Karn is moving up towards the CT ramp. Killed by Goals once again. Key player that last round. And Phoenix ends it onto Forrest on that Catwalk. And that is going to be it. MIBR wins this round.
Yeah, that was nice. That was a decent round from Team Sweden. They set up a couple at long A. Basically, what happened was they was a nice split by MIBR. They sent 1 guy long A. It was good timing. He was distracting at long A right as those guys were rushing the Catwalk, and he was able to take him down. He spotted where that guy was shooting at long A. He threw the flashbang out. Those 2 guys were caught looking the other direction and basically got blinded by the guys coming on the Catwalk. So it was a nice round there for Fnatic. They came in and played it well. And right now we're all tied up at 12 apiece. Excuse me, 13-12 in favor of Made in Brazil. And just waiting to see who's going to take this map, Vansili. It's been a battle here at the end. Both teams look like they want this pretty bad, and both teams look like they're making certain calculable errors.
Yeah, actually the score right now is 13-11 in favor of MIBR. We actually had a high-low stack here with DSN and Karn towards that middle, if I'm not mistaken. Indeed, got the pick off there on to Ton. Let's see what's going to happen with the rest of the action. Looks like MIBR will fall back and go through the spawn and work towards the B bomb site. So what's going to happen here, Smeagol?
Looks like we got Phoenix, a couple other MIBR guys headed over towards the B site. You see Lance in the middle there, so we may see some kind of split or send 3 guys into that B site or 1 out the double doors. There's 1 stacked in the back there for Fnatic, probably with an AWP. If I take a look around real quickly, I might find that. But anyway, I'm going to assume that's with an AWP with a sniper rifle, and it's going to be crucial for that guy to get his first kill as MIBR makes entrance into this site. So let's find out as MIBR still waiting the clock down. 24 seconds here, 23. And they're playing a little bit of Fnatic's game here with the time wasting. Waiting to see what's going to happen. He spots the guy in the back. Goss with a headshot onto Forrest all the way in the back on the platform. And that will allow him to move into this B site pretty much untouched. He's the last man standing along with BTT for MIBR. They're going to try and lock down this site against quite a few members of Team Fnatic. And here they all come. Karn leading the way. Takes out BTT. The headshot on the Goss. And the grenade kill on the Karn. So Fnatic will take that one. In the end, the score is 13-13. We're all tied up once again, Vansili.
Karn really was running in fearless into that B bomb site, was just able to pick off their MIBR, caught off guard once again as they just got that bomb planted inside the B site.
13-12, sorry.
Yeah, so let's see what's going to happen this round here. Looking at the overhead view, let's see what MIBR is going to try to do. We're going to have 3 guys move here towards the B bomb site, 2 guys on the outside of long A. Lance was like, what am I doing? Okay, I'll just follow goals. Bombs in the hand right now with BTT. Do they have guns right now here for MIBR? No, they have Deagles. It's actually pushed towards lower B, and Forrest actually pushed inside B, drops 3 there, and Lance is going to be the last man standing. Should I say TSN there was actually opting towards the middle, and Lance, the last man standing at the lower B, also gets picked off by Ince, and that is going to be it. Easy round 1 there by Fnatic, as once again, like I said, MIBR was on the save.
So now, excuse me, I'm terrible at math. Miscalculating the score. Now the score is all tied up at 13 rounds for both teams. Of course, 16 rounds to clinch victory. And we could see an overtime here, Vansilla. This has been very back and forth. If MIBR is able to come up with something here late.
Well, actually, in group play, we're going to play for the tie.
Oh, this is group play.
Yeah, we're starting group play right now.
Okay. Anyway, so MIBR setting up. It's pretty spread out once again. They like to do something where they send a couple guys to catwalk, they feel out middle and beat tunnels at the same time, then decide where to go. They seem to play both sites pretty evenly so far from what I've noticed. You see Ton there all the way in the B tunnels. But MIBR, they like to control this middle area on this map. And that's really the key to Dust 2 is controlling this middle area, not allowing the CTs to push up and flank behind in the bottom B tunnels, and being able to transfer between catwalk and the B bomb site pretty interchangeably through your strategy. So that's what we've seen from MIBR, and that's pretty fair strategy so far. So here we go. Looks like we're going to see this B push again. We saw this earlier. Smoking off CT spawn, and MIBR is going to make their way up into that B site. Here comes Ton as well. Karn waiting for them to come in. Here they come through the double doors. On the other side of the double doors, Karn mows down 3.
Nice.
Fourth frag there for Karn. One more, and Archie will finish him off. Karn, wow. Taking down 4 there from the little closet corner in the B bomb site, and MIBR couldn't do anything against that defense.
Great communication there by Team Fnatic, holding that B side down like you just saw there on that feed. That Karn was actually holding inside that closet, and he didn't let that 4th guy come in. He didn't want to kill that 4th guy that was coming in. He just actually looked back towards the tunnels to cover his teammate who's on the other side of that door. So that was a great play there by Karn, and once again, great teamwork and strategy there by Fnatic as a whole. Back in this round so far, though, MIBR rushed towards that B tunnels, went back towards the lower B, and they're going to go back up on that catwalk and try to work towards that area. So looking at the feed, we have Karn just looking at the middle area, but nobody's going to come out there as of yet. Let's switch over here towards that A site, see what's going to happen, because BTT's moving in with the rest of the team. And they're on a Deagle save right now. They're moving inside the site, uncontested. We still got a 5-on-5 situation, but finally through that smoke, we had Archie, who was just holding towards that long A ramp. Drops 1 and 2. We do have 2 more guys remaining for MIBR. Archie with a hat trick there, and DSN cleaning up house on the last member remaining inside the CT spawn. That was Lance going down, and another round going here for Team Fnatic. Now sitting at game point situation at 15 with 2 more rounds to go in this whole game.
Wow, Fnatic. I mean, at times they've looked really sloppy, Vansilla, and at times they've looked like absolute magic and everything that a Counter-Strike team should hope to be. Fnatic has been great in that kind of an instance, but there's definitely been moments that I've doubted them and seen that MIBR has been able to take advantage of flaws in the way they play. So right now, this could be it right now, as MIBR really wants to play out for the tie here. They need 2 rounds. Sweden only needs 1 round to win. And here we go. It's all going to happen at long A. 4 guys from MIBR there. They're going to get that first frag there onto Archie, who was pushed up for Team Fnatic. He was not able to get any frags, and MIBR will take over this long A position, get ready to flashbang around the corner, and hope that there are no Fnatic guys waiting there to meet them. Here they go, making their way up into the long A area, smoking off counter-terrorist spawn. Here comes the flashbang right in their face, and I think there's probably a player here on the CT side. Yes, there you see Karn moving back here, watching the push from Catwalk. They're coming in from Catwalk. Karn trying to spam from below. He's going to wait for his teammate Inns to come from long A, and we'll see some teamwork here possibly in just a second as Karn moves to the back of Catwalk. Inns going to come up long A. He spots one in the top of A. Takes a couple shots. He definitely hit him, but wasn't able to finish him off. There goes the grenade flying in. Can't finally get that frag either. As Karn works his way up the catwalk, Fnatic picks off another one in the sight. He gets the second one. That's Karn coming around the catwalk. Karn takes down Lance. Ton finishes off Karn, and it's all left up to Inns. Ton Ton with 1 HP coming from behind. Oh, and Inns can't react fast enough. Ton with the headshot from the AK-47, and MIBR will hang on to hope in this one to make the score 15-14. We could be seeing a tie, or Sweden's going to go for the win. Van Silly, bring us the final round.
All right, well, overall so far, speaking about MIBR, we just saw them lose against Eastro. They're looking for a tie here against Sweden for a chance to move on to the single elimination best-of-3 brackets happening tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, here for the World Server Games 2007. Let's see what's going to happen, though. This is a crucial round for MIBR. All these teams in the Group F are all top teams of the world, so with the last round to go here for MIBR, they're looking for the tie, like I just said. You could see from the overhead view here that they're very stressed out. Playing is very slow, just stacking here up towards that middle to see Sweden's going to play their aggressive play again, but nothing as of yet. Sweden just holding it still like stones, and let's see what's going to happen. Bomb is dropped intentionally here at the middle area for Team Brazil. We're going to try to creep up slowly here, up on the catwalk, maybe through the double doors as well to peek through, but nobody is there as of yet. It looks like Sweden is kind of leaving a middle open, though, with Forrest and Karn setting up on a defense inside B. Archie, DSN, and Ince are at A, but Ince is actually pushed all the way up on inside that pit at long A, while Archie and DSN are going to set up that crossfire on the A ramp and from the box at the middle of long A and try to get things done. Here comes the nades, here comes the counter flashes as well for Team Fnatic, but we still have a 5-on-5 situation running through the smoke right now. They haven't sparred Archie yet. Finally, Archie gets picked off there by Ton. Phoenix then on to DSN, and long A should be cleared for now. Rotation as Karn gets killed from the CT spawn. We got a 4-on-3 situation as the bomb is planted. We might see a tie. Ince moving up that long A, headshot onto Ton. We got Gulls, Phoenix, and Lance. The last three guys for MIBR against Forrest and Ince. On that catwalk, Forrest goes down. Ince on a 3v1, going to try to clutch this, moving up towards the long A. With the M4 spamming through the box, they know where he's at. So let's see what's going to happen here. Phoenix just going to try to jump across, try to play a bait strap.
Oh!
And just two with headshots. Gulls, the last one remaining with 25 HP. The clock is still ticking on the bomb. He is stressed right now and is forced to fall back and attempt for that defuse.
No
Gulls
kid.
will just go for that kill.
No
and
kid.
we do have a tied game, ladies and gentlemen, of 15-15. Overall score for Sweden and Team Brazil.
Well, that was certainly a very interesting game, Van Silly. MIBR showing that they can hang with the big guys, and the big guys showing that they're not so big maybe in that match.
Not anymore.
But, Fnatic's going to have to think about some stuff going into the next matches, but definitely some great individual skill that we've seen on their team so far.
That's right. So for that, for Van Silly and Smeagol for GGLY, we're going to sign off here. More action for Counter-Strike happening soon this afternoon. We're going to have more MIBR should be playing versus 4 Kings. That's going to be another good matchup happening right now, or should I say very soon. But for now, we're going to sign off. Stay tuned. Have fun. Peace out.